Jermaine Franklin just got stopped badly. Very, very, very badly. Moses Itauma knocked him out with a brutal southpaw uppercut to end the night in the fifth round. And he's passed his test. Itauma is different. That was his first real test. Frankly, getting into the fifth round, fair play. Showed a good chin, showed why he is no mug, as we knew. But Itauma's speeds, his power is different. It is. And now, after something like that, it really now does make you think this guy might actually be world level right now. He is. It's not even he probably is. He is. He'd beat Fabio Baldley. He would. I know they're in the same gym and all, but he is leagues above him. He is leagues above Fabio Baldley, who's a world champion. He beat Daniel Dubois. He would. I think star-wise, Baldley's easier for Itauma, but he'd be way too quick for Daniel Dubois. Let's be honest. Right now, let's be real. He'd have AJ. He'd have Joseph Parker. He'd have those. He'd smash Filip Perkovic. He'd beat Zhang. He'd beat Caballel. He'd beat those guys. I think the only two guys who can cause him any problems right now are Fury and Usyk. They are the only two guys who are any sort of threat to Moses Itauma. That is what I think now after watching that fight. He kept up his speed. He showed zero, and I mean zero signs of slowing down in that fight. It was the same pace every single round. He came out first round, proper pace he put on Franklin. Then he was like, all right, I might slow it down a bit and pick him apart and toy with him. And that's what happened, really. Franklin showed he was game, and he tried to come back with the odd, big shot, looping right hand, which connected here and there. But let's be honest, you might say, oh, yeah, Franklin didn't offer much. He wasn't able to offer anything. That's the thing. It's no shame on him. He just wasn't able to offer anything because Moses Itauma is just different. The speed, the management of distance, the way he's in and out of there. Honestly, he's absolutely unbelievable. The lead hand feints are fantastic. His body work is absolutely unbelievable. And in my opinion, that is what was winning Itauma that fight. And that's what won him the fight. It's his body work. It's what's won him all of his fights. The lead hand feints to the body, the massive straight left to the body that he lands. And then you just don't know what to do when he goes upstairs because you're so, Franklin was, so defensive to the body in the end because there were constantly big shots and lead hand feints down there. You don't know when the big shot's going to come upstairs. Bang, the uppercut eventually came and he stopped him very bloody badly. Jesus Christ, absolutely brutal finish from Moses Itauma there. Unbelievable. I think, look, I've heard that they were saying, oh, yeah, Jermaine Franklin's corner wanted him to continue after he got dropped. I'm like, oh, he stopped the fight too early? It's like, do you want him to kill him? Do you want, like Moses Itauma, to kill him with another brutal uppercut or whatever else he would have bloody came out of the bag with? Like, what are you doing? You're meant to protect your fighter. It was a perfect stoppage. He was out. Jermaine Franklin was out. It was brutal. Itauma, the hand speed, you don't see anything like that in the heavyweight division. You just don't see it. And no one's got that hand speed. Usyk, yes. Other than that, no one's got that speed. The power, I think the timing of Itauma as well, that's the thing. The timing is what it is for Itauma. It is absolutely unbelievable. But again, the body work, it's so unpredictable. The only guy who can really get a good read on him is probably Usyk. I think Fury could beat Itauma different ways to keep, but again, it'll be difficult for him. But I see ways Fury can beat him. I see no way Fabio Bortoli has a chance against him. So that's the title there for Itauma. I know they're in the same gym. I see no way Daniel Dubois can beat him. I see no way Joshua can beat him. It's Fury and Usyk who are the last hurdles for him. I think Fury and Itauma is the fight that needs to happen, because that is huge for British boxing. That is absolutely huge. I mean, I doubt we're ever going to be in a scenario where we see Itauma fight both Fury and Usyk. I mean, just one of them. I think the Fury fight for British boxing fans is huge. Itauma versus Usyk. I think you should make it happen. Really, I think you should just make it happen. Who else is there for him to fight? If Wardley beats Dubois, it's not going to happen. So for that to happen, Dubois needs to beat Wardley. And then we need to see Itauma and Dubois, not Usyk fighting whoever wins out of Wardley Dubois. If Dubois wins? No, feed him to Itauma instead. That's what needs to happen. But Jesus Christ, Moses Itauma.